We're working on fiber sealing all the joints. We had left this part because we didn't want to um, do what is the work of the painters when they are doing preparation. So some of the things that we are starting to do as part of this work of this shell is actually for preparation by the painters. They are the ones who normally are supposed to do this because the gaps in between, they are not material, they are very immaterial. These gaps are very small, and we don't normally want to fiber seal the house over because of the other clients normally complains about the color, that the patches that it leaves. But when one is painting now, you will find out that it makes sense to fiber seal at that time and paint at that time, because we don't know how long this house will be standing before they get to painting. But because we're instructed by the client to make sure that we do so because of water tightness and his fears about the rains, even though we are in summer, the rains will only start next day in May. Um, for the good of our client, we had to do this. So we have been fiber sealing this house today. We have been fiber sealing the house, and when they start to paint now, depending with who will paint, obviously they will have to sand some of these patches so that when they give a final painting, they don't come out as well. It's something that I had addressed with the client prior to the fiber sealing. So yeah, it is what it is. We had to do it because we're instructed that they are concerned about the water tightness. So that is what we are doing. I'll try to be closer so that we can see. Tomorrow we'll also fiber seal on areas where we could not reach because of the height of the house. So basically, this is what it is. We're closing all these patches with fiber seal. It gives a permanent solution to these gaps. I'll instruct the guy to repeat here, because there is the whole idea is to close the gaps, right? Like it is. So we have to redo some of these areas where I'm seeing, like here it's okay. So this is the fiber sealing that we are talking about. Because our new tech boards, they do not come in full lengths. Like here it's 6 meters. I've been telling the client the same thing. You will never get a 6 meter new tech board. They always come in 3 meters and 3.6, 3.5, sorry. So the only answer is where these joints. As you can see, we are fiber sealing. We are working also on the framing. The framing of the windows, they are a good design because they were done inside out. However, screws were used. As they were using the screws, you would find out that when they were putting the screws on the bottom, they were leaving some gaps in between. I'll try to see if I can show that. So those gaps that are in between are a concern, and we are going to make sure that we put more screws and flush these to the board, because we don't want to leave it like that. And these gaps are the gaps that we are going to close. So all these gaps, and where there's some gaps like these ones, we are going to fiber seal as well. So I'll be working with the guys who are doing fiber seal to make sure that we close, put more screws here so that we don't have those gaps. So this is part of the work that we are doing to correct this, because at the end we must come out with a complete nice finish. But like I said, once this is painted, preparation and painting is done, this would give a perfect finish, because this is just a shell. We are instructed to build a shell, not a complete house. And also here on the corner, as you can see, there was a cloud nail. I think it came out. So we are going to make sure that we put also, we're putting another strip here that will go like right to the top, L form, and also same here, because it's not a single frame strip that you put. You put this. You are going to give an L strip, because that's how they close the gaps. There's gaps that are exposing from the inside and from the outside. Those gaps, they are only going to be closed if there is another strip that goes in there. So yeah, these are the finishings that we are doing here. And also on the doors, we are going to make sure that perhaps we redo some of these frames and try to make them right. Patching, closing with fibers, we'll continue doing that. Yeah, we'll continue doing that so that we close all these gaps as it is here and as it is there. Yeah. And then there's boards that are loose, where we are being told that there are some boards that are not solid enough. We are going to put more screws and more drywall screws. We'll identify off those ones. Where the board might be loose, we'll put more of the screws. Yeah. So basically that is it. This house, from this side, it was done completely. The ISO boards, I would like to show the ISO boards. They were done right round. They were done. There's ISO boards everywhere. There's ISO boards everywhere. So there's ISO boards on this one and the first one as well. And we closed all these stilts. There is concrete for this structure to be sitting here. They are all concreted inside, and then we had to close with the what? With the soil. So this whole house, you can see right to the end, it has got these ISO boards. I think here they forgot to close, so we are going to close here. There's another strip that is coming here that forms part of those strips that are closing the bottom, and we are going to have end planks as well here. Yeah. So this is the part of the work that we are doing.